Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories throughout the Carolinas. Our story today comes from Rutherford County, North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Indictment served on Marion woman involved with judge. So this story is about an online affair, and it highlights the danger of taking pictures and sending them via the cell phone. I'm going to provide you with a summary here, and I'll place a link to a few of the full articles in the description box. But I want to encourage you to stick around until the end because I want to give you my perspective on this entire situation. So let me begin by introducing to you the key players. First, you have a sitting judge. His name is Chief Judge Clarence Randall Poole, and here you have a picture of him right here. Judge Poole had been on the bench for nearly 20 years, and he was currently the Chief Judge for McDowell and Rutherford counties in North Carolina. And then you have a woman, of course, there's a woman involved. Her name is Jennifer Morgan Tears. I don't have a picture, but that's okay. We can still tell her story. Jennifer Morgan Tears is 36 years old, and she lives in Marion. And we'll get back to her in a few minutes. And then you have the newspaper, the Daily Courier. Well, this is one of the newspapers in Rutherford County, North Carolina. Its headquarters is located in Forest City, North Carolina. And according to published reports, the newspaper has a circulation base of over 6,800. And now that we have all the players identified, let's get right into our story. I'm going to tell you the story from the end and then working backwards to the middle. And that's necessary because that's exactly the manner in which things became public. So hang in there with me. So the first thing that happened was that on November 8th, about 3 weeks ago, Judge Poole suddenly resigned without giving any explanation. It was a bit unusual because, as I already mentioned, he had been on the bench for 20 years, and it's highly unusual for a sitting judge to just get up and quit his job just like that. But the same day he submitted his resignation, he left office that same day, and it seems as if the judge was in a hurry to get out of office, but that was the beginning of a sequence of events. Then a few days later, the Daily Courier published a salacious article describing an interview they had with the woman, in this case, Jennifer Morgan Tears. And in the article, Tears acknowledged that she had a consensuous online affair with the chief judge, and it included texting and sexting. She also indicated that both she and the judge exchanged sexually explicit language and pictures, which included the judge sending her pictures of his situation or his genitals or his little man, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. And not only did Jennifer Morgan Tears have a story to tell, the girl came with her receipts as well. She was able to show them pictures and text messages to back up her story. So it's safe to say she showed up for the interview and she was prepared to tell her story. And as the story continues, she said that they met up at Walmart to talk, and apparently he had promised to give her some money. She said it was $100, but he had promised to give her some money to help pay her insurance, and I guess at the last minute he refused. And that's the point at which their relationship soured. So Jennifer Morgan Tears admitted that she called him out of it for not helping her as he had promised, and she threatened to expose his sexting to his family and to the media. And I guess he made her mad because he told her he was going to report it to the SBI, which is the State Bureau of Investigation, and that he was going to have her prosecuted. But I guess they could not come to an agreement because she followed through with her threats and shared her story with the media, and here you have it. And a few days after the newspaper published the story about the relationship between the chief judge and Jennifer Morgan Tears, court officials released an indictment on Wednesday and this provided a more comprehensive overview of the entire situation. She's charged with one count of felony extortion occurring back in May of this year. The indictment states that she unlawfully and willingly threatened, and communicated a threat to Clarence Randall Poole with the intent of wrongfully obtaining $5,000 by threatening to send copies of sexually explicit text and photographs between the judge and herself to the judge's daughters, his family, and to the media if she did not get paid that $5,000. And now she's facing 10 to 41 months in prison, and her next court date is on January, I believe January the 6th. And here's what I think. I agree that whatever consenting adults do behind closed doors is their own business. But I think we have to be careful about communicating a double standard. In the same way, we are always preaching to our children about the dangers of sexting, and rightfully so, because we all know that sexting is illegal. For teenage sexting is illegal. But we also need to take it seriously when it relates to our own behavior. I completely agree. There's no law that says adults cannot send and exchange sexually explicit pictures and messages, but at the same time, we need to be absolutely sure just who we're sending those messages to. Jennifer Morgan Tears was just a con artist. She was out for money. She exploited the judge. She probably saw a weakness there, and she exploited the judge for her own personal gain. And I am so glad her scheme backfired on her. And here's where the poor judgment comes in. What the heck is this old man doing sending pictures of his situation to a woman online? And that woman is not even his wife or his girlfriend. And while I agree it was poor judgment, I don't believe it was something so serious that should cost him his job and his livelihood. And I believe it was wrong for the newspaper to post those messages. What good did it serve? Besides causing a lot of harm to the judge and his family, I don't believe it served any useful purposes at all. He did not commit a crime. He did not hurt anybody. If he was married, and it didn't say if he was married or divorced, but if it was married, that's between him and his wife. That has nothing to do with the newspaper. It makes you wonder just how far a newspaper is willing to go to bump up its subscription, and I think it's just a pretty sad case. And that's all I have for you right now. Please leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about the story. And if you disagree with my opinion, by all means, let me know as well. If you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on this notification bell right here, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.